Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. The Advancement Center, started by Barbara and Robert Young over 12 years ago, has been delivering everything that has to do with assisting humanity. Initially, Robert Young and Simeon, his twin, and we all have a twin, but his twin, who's in another dimension, another realm, were delivering messages from the outer reaches of the universe to humanity. They deliver things that are not from our human perspective, delivering wisdom, clarity, beauty, and an awareness of how magnificent each and every one of us are. Never delivering an energy to follow, to be a leader, but to come to your own awareness and forge your own path into the destiny that you set before yourself. So in essence, a reminder, a signpost, a look over there, a mirror to allow you to see yourself. Never threatening, creating a process or method, never even saying that there's anything to learn, that it all resides inside of you. So the mission of the Advancement Center, and I have these words in front of me, the purpose of the Advancement Center is to allow you to make yourself aware of who you are, how you operate, and what you have to offer the world and the universe and anything else you can possibly imagine or think of, because that is what you are here for. So along the way, others of us have joined that purpose, drawn ourselves to help people remember who they are through our own connection to ourselves and the outer reaches of the universe, and through this life as a physical being. Robert, who was considered a walk-in, did not come through this birth process that we humans have come through. And that's why his view is completely different. But it is the combination of being from here and yet not being from here that has pushed each person to the front of their own deliverance. of what can assist humanity. So 7 times a week, 5 live broadcasts and 2 pre-recorded broadcasts, the Advancement Center delivers that message in completely unique ways to allow you to see yourself and how magnificent you truly are. I came here in 2017, maybe 18. But before I even came here, I wrote a book called I Am Change. And it was my delivery of how change is always coming. And in that book, I wrote a poem that I knew was a song called Amazing. And that song is now available to be owned by each person, for it is a song that will lift humanity and do the same thing, allow you to see yourself and to know who you truly are and what gifts you have come to bring, for that is why you have come here. So you can go to our website, advancement.center, and see or access past broadcasts, current broadcast, and upcoming broadcast. You can subscribe and get an invitation to everything we deliver. And you may be looking at this through a YouTube channel, which you can also subscribe to and receive notifications of every one of our broadcasts. Everything is happening really fast, and it's my honor to be here to speak to you. Each one is starting to be able to recognize what they can produce from that being that the Advancement Center has been pointing to. We are healing cancer. We are changing the direction of a hurricane. We are changing the weather. We are waving our hands and allowing people to see themselves. And when I say we, I mean you. It's becoming normal with the use of magic and miracles, or just the acknowledgement of who you are. In the process, we're being impacted by many things in our physical bodies and in our life. But know that no matter what you might be dealing with, you're always only taken just to the edge of it, and then there's relief. Somehow it moves, it dissipates through your own magic or through someone else's magic or through the support of your team, your guides, your twin, your creator, just when you think, I can't do this anymore, it dissolves. And it's amazing, our species, we forget that moment of dissolvement as if it never happened. But we remember all the moments when it hasn't or hadn't dissolved. But something else may come in and the same process will begin again. As you become aware of those that need your assistance, you will reach out through your own communication system. And then all of a sudden you may get a feeling of that person, and you'll be right back tuned into them, and you'll bring more energy, more of what they need, because those moments aren't accidental. You connect with someone to deliver something for them, and you walk away, and the next day they pop into your awareness, and you go, oh, now we're cooking. Now we're shifting things, and you deliver more, and you walk away always knowing that it's been done. So each of us are exploding into our magic and power, and we'll each begin to change the world in our own way. And man, won't it be fun? This is called course corrections. Ready or not, change is always coming. There is no way to prepare, for if you knew it was coming, it wouldn't be called change. Change is irreverent. It is shocking. It is determined, yet it is at the same time noble, regal, and authentic. You're just going along, minding your own business, having no sense of the avalanche that is about to pour down upon you. Then suddenly it appears. Sometimes there are warnings, but they are very subtle, so subtle that you can't perceive the winds or the signs of change. Yet it is coming, all heading your way to take you to a place, an orchestrated destiny that you put in motion for an unanticipated drawing to the remembrance and acknowledgement of your world of spirit. So strong and powerful is this avalanche that under the pressure of its force, you let go of the things in this physical world that you never thought you would. Things like your family, your friends, your career, and your marriage, your relationship. These changes are potent, and it's as if they have been scheduled into our life to appear at certain junctures to catapult us out of the physical world and into the world of spirit. As you get older and have more of these experiences in your life, you become familiar with what I would call these simple course corrections. But although it may be simple to shift your world from one direction to another by those that are in the outer reaches of the universe, it is not so simple when you have to experience it in your physical world. And even though you may know the purpose of these course corrections, there's still no way to see them coming. Although you do begin, as you become more in tune, to feel something approaching, but you have no idea of the details and the magnitude of the impact on your being and in your life. In the end, you're being gently led or forcibly moved to a place or a state of being or an awareness that has been orchestrated before your arrival onto this planet simply because it is time. Know that it is awareness itself, a conscious being far greater than we have recognized, that is making you aware. It is making you aware of the interpretation of the words that I am speaking right now, as they are taking you somewhere completely individual from anyone else who hears or reads them, showing you exactly that which you need to see. Powerful in its knowing and its capability to shift, repair, rejuvenate, and harmonize every piece of life. And through its position with the Creator, you were made aware by awareness itself. And nothing can be aware without it. And since there is no separation between every spirit and every piece of life that exists, we are always in a place, if we hold this truth, where all our channels are open to receive from the masters, the angels, all the high vibrational beings, the powerful one, awareness, and certainly our Creator. I have been told by a few people that I am channeling these messages that I am delivering. And based on the description I just expressed about remaining open to those high vibrational beings and awareness itself, that in some form or another, that is true. I have never heard a voice or been introduced to an individual that might be delivering these words through me. And even though sometimes it feels like the wisdom of what I am delivering cannot possibly be me, at the same time, it feels as though it is exactly me. To me, it is not important and it is not a focus, but most definitely the messages are growing. The content is expanding and the information is coming in at a higher and higher rate of speed, seemingly coming from an endless well of wisdom, of love, and of awareness. There is a sense for me now that a change is upon me. Maybe it relates to this. Maybe I will be introduced to that high vibrational being that has been delivering these messages to me. But maybe it's something else that I can feel approaching. And yet, as I said before, we can never be prepared for the magnitude of the impact that may be headed our way. Sometimes these feelings rise and fall like contractions for a birth that is still years in the coming. But we feel the movement and we feel the power of the shifting landscape, the changing wind, and the coming of winter and the leaving of autumn. So there's always excitement in the air. Change is preparing herself, putting on a new dress, putting on her lipstick and her makeup and her jewelry as she prepares to come into your life and say, hello, come with me. It's time for a change. Every day we're making choices in our life, but there are some moments when the choices are more significant. We are in those times right now. But once again, what is coming for you is only what you have destined to come to you. Its purpose is what you have set up. So there's nothing to fear, and there is nothing that is wrong with whatever choice you have made. You may find yourself kicking and dragging in resistance to going with that beautiful woman named Change. And that resistance was also foreseen, and it will be overcome in the time that is perfect. So here we go, off to the wild blue yonder, into the next iteration of the one who is called by your name. in this physical world. Cheers to us all. Just keep smiling, just keep laughing, and just keep dancing, for the music of you and the music of change is always playing. This is called the deliverance of your well-being. We now return the focus back or forward to the industry of magic and miracles. It is time to bring it into the forefront where it belongs, for it is the industry of the future, the industry of the new world. The children already know this. The teenagers and the young adults have forgotten, and the older adults have completely lost their awareness of the existence of magic and miracles and the industry that will be created from it. But that's only true in their logical mind and their brain, for in their being, their knowing, and their heart, magic and miracles and its accompanying industry have never not been. And the beacon of light that is pointing to its arrival and the sound of the drumbeat that's calling you home are drawing you to the remembrance of magic and miracles and making you ready to receive, promote, and be a part of the industry of magic and miracles. As that adult, we took on reason and logic. We took on rules and regulations. We took on science and education, and we took on cause and effect. We took these things on because they are concrete, something you can touch, prove, and understand. For life became a physical pursuit, and we lost or put to the side our magic, our intuition, our curiosity, and our wizardry. We took on the limitations of the physical world, and we took on the physical solutions for the problems that we encountered in the physical world. There was a time when we trusted nature to provide the solutions and the healing. It was a time when we looked to the shaman, the medicine man, the elder, and the wisdom of the ancients. Everything was magic and miracles. But as time went on, modernization came to the fore, and technology increased, and science, logic, reason, and cause and effect became the industries that would rule the delivery of the well-being of all humanity. There are still random pockets of people in the jungles of South America or the vast plains of Africa who have yet to succumb to the industry of science, logic, and cause and effect. They still live in the world of magic and miracles. But because of the continued development of technology and the communication of information through the internet that reaches every corner of the globe, the number of those cultures that still exist are dwindling down to nothing. So as we once again introduce the industry of magic and miracles, those places will come back online and increase in their influence on the delivery of well-being to humanity. And as you continue to age, you realize that the industry of science, of cause and effect, and logic and reasoning, specifically in the medical system, never worked. They never could see you. They saw a problem, they saw a symptom, they saw a practice, but they never saw you. And even though you have become dependent on the human system of the deliverance of your well-being, you've always felt that there must be another way. There must be a better way. And I am here to tell you that there is. And the beauty is that you've already lived it as that child. You've lived the industry of magic and miracles. But logic and reason and cause and effect and the masses of people who took on that program made you feel like you were being stupid, trusting your intuition and knowing that miracles are real. They would say to you, "You're so naive. That stuff is from fairy tales. That's for little children in their pretend world with their pretend invisible friends. This is the real world. You need to get a diagnosis. You need to join the rest of the world and stop being so foolish. That has led many people to being misdiagnosed and having unnecessary surgeries, both leading to more hardship than what you started with. And now you're here, a little older, and having a few regrets about some of the choices you made. For somewhere inside yourself, you knew there was another way. You knew there was a better way, but you could not stand against the tide of the masses who have trusted what was marketed to them as the deliverance of their well being. So do not judge yourself. No one cared more about well being than the shaman of their tribe, or the medicine man, or the healer. They had known you since the day of your birth, and they cared about you. They loved you, and they knew what you needed. They knew your ailment was connected to something that wasn't logical. They were not practicing. They knew exactly what you needed. The medical system tried to duplicate this sense of caring, but it was impossible because they couldn't truly know you when the focus was on profit. There are some places that have universal health care, and they probably have more connection to the patient, even though the dependency on logic and cause and effect is still the primary mode of operation. It will be easier for these to come in line with the new industry of magic and miracles, for they are closer to that nature of caring. So, what is the industry of magic and miracles, and how will it work? All I can tell you is that it is not a system. It is a living, dynamic entity that will expand in the direction that is most beneficial to all, and it will move with the flow that governs the direction and the path of growth and expansion for all humanity. The best answer I can give you for what it is if you can imagine the automotive industry that took off in this country and produced millions and millions of cars, having its gross profit being larger than some small nations or countries' gross natural product. It produced thousands of cottage industries like automotive repair and parts, supplies and paints and tools, and on and on. But the industry of magic and miracles will be an industry with its focus solely on the well-being of humanity. It will provide many opportunities and produce many cottage industries. Just imagine all the ways magic and miracles could help deliver well-being to humanity, physically, mentally, financially, and spiritually, all rooted in caring, nothing rooted in profit or greed. Well, in fact, you have imagined it and you have seen it, for you are the ones who have been bringing it here. Your love, your caring, your service to the other, your disdain for injustice, for all unethical behavior, for the discrepancy in wealth distribution and in the services delivered to those that have been less fortunate. You, each one of you, hold within you the industry of magic and miracles. And each one of you will play a part in its replacement of a system and an industry that was incapable of caring for the other. There is much detail to be brought forward over the next few months on the implementation of this industry that is being established to deliver well-being in all its forms to all humanity. Magic and miracles is its name. Coming straight from the Creator is its fame. Each one of us owns stock in the industry. We each are shareholder and have a vested interest in its success. We are all owners of the industry of magic and miracles because we are the carriers of the industry of magic and miracles. We are imbued with the magic of the Creator, and we are imbued with the power to create miracles. Now is the time for us to come together and bring forth the industry of the same name. Cheers to us all. You are magic, and you create miracles. And it is done. And once again, I finish with these words. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. The industry of magic and miracles is coming, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I know I'm not the only one. With the industry of magic and miracles, the world will live as one. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I leave you with a perfect life, perfect health, and a magic future. I am David.